Hello friends, welcome back to my channel and to another Plan With Me video. This week we are finally planning Christmas week of 2023, which is the 25th of December through to the 31st of December. Perfect way to end the year, which left it open to start the year on the 1st, which I think is amazing. In terms of planner world, like we got to start our brand new planners on the 1st of January, which I just think is incredible. But we finally got here somehow. Very, very many months late, but here we are. But this beautiful kit that I'm using is from Plannerface. It is actually a premium matte kit. I went through a stage a while ago where I decided that I was ordering everything in premium matte instead of just removable matte. And it is very beautiful, very vibrant, very like traditional Christmas, but then there are pops of this beautiful yellow color throughout, which I think is really, really cute. There is a really cute doggo box. There is a box in the top left hand corner which reminds me of Anna. I don't know if anyone else feels this way, but when Anna had her like blondie colored hair, I just look at the top left and think of Anna from Plannerface, if I didn't already say that. And yeah, I just think it's a really fun, really traditional, pretty kit. And like I mentioned in one of my previous videos, this particular week, because it's Christmas week, we are going all out. We're glitzing, we're glamming, we're using gold washi tape down the bottom there just to bring in extra pops of color. Although funnily enough, I didn't actually foil this entire kit. I think it was because something happened. I think I like bubbled one of the stickers and it just wouldn't go back down. And I think I'd messaged Anna to see if she had spares or she'd help me replace the box, and she was more than willing to. She's amazing. Like I cannot fault Anna at all. But then I ended up letting my planner sit closed for a little while and it seemed to flatten. So I've now got to go back in with the foil and like finish the full boxes that I didn't foil and do all of that. But that's that. But I did use gold foil with this. I've got gold bougie. I figured that gold went best because of all of the yellow undertones. And of course, the pops of yellow in the kit. But yeah, I guess let's go ahead and get started. So sidebar, same old sidebar that I always do. Except I did swap out the paint swatch for a paint splodge from Plannerface, and I kind of just like cut it in half and like propped it up the top there, and then I put some deco pieces around it, put a glitter header underneath it to kind of section it off, and then put my monthly script from Plannerface there as well. And I just think it looks really, really cute. Then I've got my 2 full boxes in the sidebar. I've put 3 different size boxes. I don't know what the hell I planned to mark there, but I don't know. Again, we're talking like 12 months ago. I've got a piece of paper somewhere that would tell me, but I've got to find it. And that's kind of it. That's my sidebar. So right now I'm just figuring out where I want my full boxes. This is where I changed. So that little doggo is originally down on Wednesday. I end up moving the doggo to the top of Thursday. And I think those are the ones that bubble. But they're fixed now, so it's fine. But yeah, so let's go ahead and just talk through the plans because of course it is Christmas week. Lots happens during Christmas week. But the 25th, of course, was a Monday. I said it in the last voiceover that I did like literally just a minute ago in real time, that it just felt really weird to me that Christmas Eve was a Sunday and Christmas was on a Monday. Like I know that it's not a weird thing. I know that the dates are going to change, that the days are going to change, but I just feel like, again, I also know that this wasn't the case, but I feel like as a kid, Christmas was always a weekend. Like it just fell on a weekend. I don't know. I'm totally wrong. I know that, but that's just how it felt. Maybe because it was school holidays. I don't know. But as an adult, just Christmas being on a Monday to me is very weird. It's also very weird that 2024's Christmas is going to be on a Wednesday. Like that's weird to me. But again, it is what it is. I'm just grateful for the time off and to be able to enjoy the holidays and spend time with family and friends and all of that fun stuff. But there is that. So the first thing that I marked at the top of the day there was, of course, that it was Christmas. Merry Christmas. And put a little Christmas tree icon. Little disclaimer for anyone who may be new here or may be watching this video as the first video they've ever seen on my channel. I don't actually mention where each and every sticker is from. But I do list each of the stores that I've used in the description below. But of course, if you would like to know where a particular sticker is from, drop it in the comments below and I will get back to you. But then the next thing that I marked was that I prepped veggies and cooked the roast. So in the previous video, I did mention that we do pick up chickens from Red Rooster just because it makes my life easier. Normally, I'm working right up to or really close to Christmas Eve. And because I host Christmas at my house and there's usually 11 to 12 people here, I think it's going to be even more this year. Cooking, the amount of cooking and prep time that I would need to make 4 chickens, a lamb, all of the veggies, all of that, like I just don't have the time. My oven is quite big, like I can fit 4 trays in there at once. But having to cook that quantity of food for that quantity of people, it's just not feasible. And my oven is fan forced, so it just doesn't cook the way that you would want it to cook. So rather than like struggling, I get the chickens from Red Rooster. Usually my mum, I'm really grateful for the fact that my mum will make the lamb. So then I'm pretty much just prepping all of the vegetables, the side dishes, the gravy, the desserts, that sort of stuff. So that usually starts at like 7:30 in the morning. My brother comes over on Christmas Eve, like I mentioned in the last video, and he gets up and helps me, and we do all of the prep work and get all of that done. And we end up cooking until like God knows what time in the afternoon. But anyway, that's a whole thing. And then mark that we had lunch, which of course was the roast. So normally for us, we have chicken, we have lamb, we have roast potato, roast pumpkin, we have crumbed cauliflower, we have peas, we have corn. We usually get like bread rolls, we have gravy. Sometimes we'll get like side dishes, like we'll have pasta salad or potato salads, or that changes. And that's kind of what we have. And then for desserts, if my mum doesn't make one, my brother and I usually make the trifle, which we have done for the last couple of years. And my mum will usually bring a pavlova, so we usually have trifle and pavlova for dessert, which is always yummy. And then of course after lunch, I just marked that we had family time, so we kind of split into 2. So after lunch is done, and we've relaxed. Last year, my sister-in-law and brother-in-law and my mother and father-in-law came in and they were playing my Switch. I think they were playing Mario Party, and then I think my husband was taking turns playing like ping pong because we have a ping pong table in our living room. People were playing ping pong, and then myself, my mom, some of my brothers, we were kind of just sitting around the table just talking and chatting. So yeah, we kind of just do our own thing after lunch, and then we'd come back and do presents together. So I've marked that. And then I did put a little Nintendo Switch there. So I think maybe I played Mario Party, or maybe I just watched them play Mario Party. I don't know. But that's how we kind of finished out our evening. And then everyone's kind of gone by like 10 p.m. And we tend to just kind of chill or go to bed, depending on how we feel. But that was Christmas. It's probably not as exciting as it would have been for me to like plan this in the moment. Like if I was doing this voiceover like a day after Christmas, it would be completely different, but I'm doing it almost 12 months later. So whilst I may not sound as excited as I should, it's because these plans literally happened like 12 months ago. But with that said, Christmas was done and dusted. So then Tuesday the 26th, I did mark that I slept in. My brother also stays Christmas night as well, which I'm hoping he will do this year, depending on whether or not he has to work. Because that way if we have drinks or whatever, we don't have to worry about driving. But yeah, so we slept in on Tuesday, and I had pavlova for breakfast. So healthy. I then marked that I did some laundry, and then of course I had to take my brother home because he didn't take any time off over Christmas. Whilst he didn't have to work Boxing Day last year, he did have to go back to work the day after, so we had to take him home so he could relax and unwind before going back to work. On the way home, we did get some McDonald's, or I think maybe I got a coffee and a cheeseburger or something. I think I'd had maybe 1 or 2 drinks. I can't remember, in all honesty. I then marked that we watched Home Alone 2, which is weird. Maybe I didn't put that on my script. And then I played some Animal Crossing. Or maybe I played Animal Crossing on Monday night, and that's why I put the Switch there. I don't know. Couldn't tell you. Pretty uneventful, just a very lazy, relaxed kind of day. On Wednesday, I marked that I slept in, and then I had some coffee. I've then got a little Fox and Cactus Girl watching TV for a Christmas movie that I haven't marked. It might have been Elf, because I put a little Elf thing there. There's not a lot of room there, but again, not 100% sure. And then marked doing some more laundry, and then I've marked potentially a spot for 3 different movies. I may have even marked, I put like a little Debbie Downer in a Grinch suit down. That could have been because we watched The Grinch. Again, after Christmas, having spent so much time prepping and cooking and socializing after a busy work year and like shopping, until I drop the days before Christmas to get all of the food together and all of that, I'm usually just exhausted. So it usually takes me like a good couple of days to kind of come back down and just relax. Um, so we didn't do much of anything. We kind of just watched Christmas movies and chilled at home. Um, my dad didn't come to Christmas last year, which it's a whole other thing that I'm not even going to get into. But usually he would come up on Boxing Day or the day after, and he'd have some of the roast leftovers, and we'd catch up then. But that didn't happen this year, which was very sad. But it is what it is. You can't force it. And that was kind of it for that day. Thursday, I have marked that we had a lazy morning, and then that particular day we had to hand feed our guinea pig. So, following on from, I think it was the last video where I mentioned that our guinea pig had ongoing dental issues and he'd lost a tooth, it makes it hard for him to eat when he's lost a tooth or when his teeth are sore, and sometimes his weight will drop really significantly. So, that's kind of how we monitor to know when his teeth aren't in good shape, and that's kind of how we regulate his appointments. And to make sure that his guts keep moving and that he keeps fed, because obviously if his guts stop moving, that's very detrimental to guinea pigs. We hand feed him what is called critical care, which essentially is just like a slosh of ground up hay and other nutrients. So I've marked that because we had to feed him because of his missing tooth. I marked doing some more laundry on this day, that I had a YouTube binge, and apparently on the 28th, I had a doctor's appointment. Don't know why. Very weird. Was that to get my referral? No, because we'd already... Maybe it was. Maybe I didn't have... I thought in one of my other videos I marked that I went to the GP. Maybe it was two different things. I don't even know. But I had a doctor's appointment. I then put a little emoji there to mark that I watched some sort of Christmas movie again. And then that particular night, I did upload a video to YouTube. Apparently, Planner Melissa is really slow because she's still only planning Tuesday. I did kind of stretch out the time of this video because I thought that it would take me a little bit longer to talk through all of the plans, and or that I would digress beyond the plans and chew up more time. But I'm just finished Thursday. I only have 3 more days to go through. And Planner Melissa is only just getting started on Wednesday. So we love to see that. But yeah, I really need to go back. I've got like pieces of notepad all over my house that have plans on them from 2023, I think 2022 and 2024, that I keep because when I do my plan with me, I either didn't pull the right icon or I had a script that was on order or whatever. So I keep those pieces of paper and put them aside so that I can come back in with the script or the icon or whatever it is after the fact and finish the spread. But if I don't do it immediately, I have this tendency to lose the paper. And I've got so many spreads from the last couple of years where I don't know where those papers are. Even in 2024, I think there's like 4 weeks where I don't know where the plans are. And I don't know if I'm even going to be able to plan those weeks because I don't know where the paper is that tells me what I did on those weeks. So that's going to be interesting. Also, you will note, I don't think normally when I do my spreads now, I write my plans in as I go, but on this one I didn't, and I have a feeling it's just because it's Christmas and I wanted it to look beautiful and perfect and Christmassy, so I haven't written anything in. I think I do write them in before I come back to you and show you the finished spread, but I guess time will tell very shortly. But I guess with that said, let's go ahead and move on with it. Also, apologies for my dog. He's decided to start barking because the neighborhood dogs have started barking and he always thinks that he has to chime in, which he doesn't. But if you hear him, I apologize. I will try and quieten it, mute it, do all of those things, but sometimes he's just so loud I can't completely edit him out. So I will do my best. But yeah, okay, let's talk about Friday the 29th. So Friday the 29th, I've marked that I started out my day with coffee. I then marked that I played with stickers. So that could mean any number of things. It could mean that I was putting stickers away, that I was pulling stickers, that I was organizing kits, making my kit line up for the following year. Who knows? But whatever it was, I was doing something with stickers. That's the main thing. I've then put a little box there with a popcorn sticker. I've cut that down to fit perfectly in that box. And that was to, again, mark a Christmas movie, which once again, I have not recorded because, again, it would be on that script page. Truth be told, I don't even know where that script page is. I know that I have put it somewhere to mark all of my Christmas movies, like knowing that I would need to pull from it at a certain point in time. But I don't know where that is. And if I don't find that, I'm not even going to be able to fill in these gaps in my spread. So that's going to be great. Apparently this particular night we went to Thai. So my husband and I went to our favorite Thai restaurant, which is called Red Spoon Thai. And then we did a grocery shop. And then, of course, if you couldn't already guess, I finished out the day by leaving a spot there to mark that we watched a Christmas movie. On to Saturday, I've marked that we had a lazy morning and that we had bacon and eggs for breakfast. I then marked that I did some filming this day and then I did some tidying up afterwards. We then also had a lazy evening. See what I mean? Like, this is just like full on holiday mode, do nothing, revitalize yourself, just relax. But you can see it took me a good like 4 days to be able to do anything that wasn't sitting on my ass and watching Christmas movies. I then marked that night that I chilled out with my dogs. And then to finish Saturday, I marked that I had a YouTube binge. Also, I'm so annoyed about my dog because this is the second voiceover I've done. He has been outside for a couple of hours and he was so quiet and so good. But of course, now that I'm doing Christmas week, which is probably one of the most important weeks of my planner, every year, he's decided that he wants to incessantly bark. Not just bark a couple of times, but incessantly bark. And I do apologize, but like I said, I'll do my best to edit it out, but I don't have the capacity to go through and film a brand new voiceover because I'm already sitting at 17 minutes of talking. I've already done a voiceover before this and I just don't have the energy to re-record. So I do apologize if that bothers you. I'm so sorry. But then finally on to Sunday, the last day of the week, and of course, New Year's Eve. Naturally, the first thing that I marked at the top of the day that it was New Year's Eve. Again, we don't really do much. Like, as I've gotten older and as my parents separated, hubby and I don't really do anything for New Year's Eve now. We kind of just like hang out with each other and have a couple of drinks. Some years we play like drinking games or we'll play like Nintendo Switch, but we very much stay in. We don't want to pick houses, that kind of thing. But yeah, top of the day, we've marked New Year's Eve. I did do some filming on this day. And then I marked chilling out with the doggos. Again, I have marked playing with stickers. Haven't elaborated on that. So once again, I don't know what I was doing with the stickers, but I think I was just trying to use up my, like, those scripts and I didn't have anything else. So that was kind of just to signify that I was pulling stickers or putting stickers away or doing a kit lineup, whatever it may be. I was just, again, doing something with stickers. I then marked that we had pizza and pasta for dinner. So again, for anyone who has been around for a while, generally whenever we mark pizza and pasta, it's because my husband has pizza for dinner and I have pasta. I will occasionally have pizza, but I have had so much pizza in my life because of him that I tend to choose pasta over pizza because I feel like you can only have pizza every so often without getting sick of it. Could just be me, but I've had so much pizza in my lifetime that I don't want it anymore. So I always go for pasta, and my pasta of choice is usually a delicious boscaiola. There's just something about like the mushroom, the creaminess. I don't know. I much prefer like a white sauce, cream sauce to like a red or a bolognese. I then marked that my husband and I played Skip-Bo. So there you go. This year, instead of playing like board games or whatever, we played a card game. We played Skip-Bo. I do remember this night because my husband kept winning. I think I won one round of like God knows how many. There was a lot. But he kind of got really smug about it, and I may or may not have had a little tantrum about it. And then we stopped playing. And then, of course, every year we do watch the midnight fireworks. That's something that I enjoy doing. My husband could probably go without it, but every single year I make a point of watching the fireworks and doing the countdown. So we did that. We had our little New Year's kiss, and then that was it. It was then 2025. So that is it for this video. I hope you have enjoyed it. I cannot wait to be back with 2025 spreads. But yeah, thanks for watching. Bye.